I was born with a disease called spinal muscular atrophy. I'm supposed to sit in a wheelchair, take supplements, and maybe work on a computer. But instead, I let a bunch of medically unqualified musicians put me in a backpack and carry me around the world. France to visit the home of Django Reinhardt, England to explore the world of Kensington, Ireland to brave the island of Skellig Michael, and then plenty of wiggle room in there for adventure to find us, if she pleased. And yeah, it was bound to hurt, but I'm alive. And I've seen the world as we all were meant to see it, big and beautiful and full of life. Nothing was out of reach.
Please welcome KEVAN Chandler and his friends Marcus Miller and Ben Duval.
Hello.
There you go, man. Guys, nice to meet you.
See you,
Thank you
darling.
for being here.
Hey,
What's going on,
darling.
KEVAN? How you doing, bud?
Good.
Feeling good?
Honey.
All right, pal.
Right.
Come on over, sit down.
Right.
Ah, what a story. So
How did-
cool.
Thank y'all for being here, by the way, and thank you for sharing your story. How did this all come about?
In college and after college, I'd hang out with friends, and we would go to different people's houses that had steps, and we'd have to leave my wheelchair outside, and they just kind of carry me in. And so we started asking, well, if we can go to someone's house for dinner without my chair, what else can we do? And so we went into the sewer system back home and made up a kind of a makeshift backpack to pull that off. And the guys carried me in that as we sludged through some knee-deep water and checked out some sewers. And so from there, we just kept asking, well, what's next? What can we do from here?
Here's a question. Why the sewer?
I
So
mean,
many places to go.
Right, so many places. Why not? You know, we grew up on the Ninja Turtles and Batman and stuff, so why not? It seemed like a good idea at the time, and it was great. It was a lot of fun.
It's a good way to test different terrain, I'm sure, with the backpack, too.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you learn carrying Kevin in Europe?
I would say one of the biggest things I learned was humility. Learning to lay yourself down for another person in order to, you know, in this case, we were going to see some sites that Kevin had a desire to see. And so it took a lot of like laying down my own wants in order to make sure those were met and attempting to help him in that way. So
I want to know more about the backpack itself, because you guys designed this backpack yourselves?
Yeah, so we did some shopping around, and the closest thing we could find was like a toddler carrier through a company called Deuter. And so we contacted them and said, hey, we want to use this as the base and kind of build up from there and modify it to fit my needs and my size.
And is it comfortable?
Yeah, it's functionally comfortable. I mean, anytime anyone goes hiking, you know that it's not comfortable, but it's safe and secure. So, yeah, it's great.
So you went to China as well, which is amazing. I've never been. Always wanted to go. What was it like?
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Incredible.
It was
Paul,
really
we have
great.
some photos there.
Yeah.
We actually have a very powerful picture of which one is this? You're climbing the Great Wall here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
That's
each have a role.
incredible.
So you guys each have, because when you're climbing, that's an incline. So when you're each doing this, you all have to do it together. So Ben, you're helping out. Marcus, you're in the back there. I'm not sure what you're doing. I think you're getting
supporting from the back. Just supporting from the back.
But each of you have a role when you're doing this, right?
The wall was just so intense. A lot of areas that were really steep, and it got to where Tom, who was carrying me there, his breathing was starting to make me nervous. I was like, are you going to pass out any moment?
Yeah, you guys are close.
Yeah. And so our friend Kuhn, who was also there in the photo, she came up beside him and took his hand and said, here, let me bear some of the weight for you. And Ben came up on the other side, and
That's awesome.
Marcus stayed behind to give support on the pack from behind if needed. And so we did a lot of the rest of the hike that way, which was awesome to see that not only was someone carrying me, but then you know, it's kind of the it takes a village
Right.
idea that someone else was bearing them up.
True friendship. You guys really have this strong bond. It's very
Absolutely.
cool.